Good morning and welcome to GrainTV. My name is Cody Bills. This is Logan Burgess. Today is May 16th. This morning, Fast reported a corn export sale across the newswires this morning. Is that going to drive the markets higher?
Not significantly here. If we take a look at what was reported by Fast this morning, you can see 180,000 metric tons of corn sold to China for old crop corn, 720,000 metric tons of new crop corn going to China. But not really significant this morning. All of the old crop sales were already on the books, going to unknown destinations, and 480,000 metric tons of these new crop sales were already on the books. Simply changing here from unknown destinations to China shouldn't really be a huge factor here in the market. These aren't really, the majority of the sales aren't new sales getting put on the books here. I think in the early going here, the market's going to continue to watch this developing situation in Greece. What's kind of going on the Greece front right now?
Yeah, well, the dollar is trading higher this morning, and political leaders over in Greece are going to be forming actually more of a caretaking government until they get to the next elections. That last week they had elections and they failed to form a coalition, so they're really unable to vote on anything. And the problem here is that they're really going to have to, by June, they're going to have some serious cuts, serious austerity cuts, to get that next tranche of bailouts. So this next election is very important. If they elect the same people, they may have the same problem. And once again, we're getting closer and closer to that deadline for austerity measures.
Right.
And if they can't meet it, that's a serious problem. And we'll see that ripple throughout the globe.
Yeah, certainly. Well, we've already seen it here. The CRB commodity index has been trading down pretty sharply here in the last couple of days, really as a result of crude oil and gold continuing to trade lower. Leader to the downside in the grain complex has been soybeans, taking off about 70 cents off the board just in Friday into Monday's action. Right now we can see that July soybeans trading down 5 3/4, new crop soybeans trading down 10 1/2. If we hop over to a daily chart, though, here we're looking at a daily candlestick chart, and what we did, we drew a trend line off the lows that we printed back around December here. And if we actually zoom in here into the last 3 days of action, you can see that this trend line has been very important to this trade. A few times we were able to trade below it, but not print a close below it. We've seen buyers come in and push this thing higher. The fundamentals of the soybean market really remain strong. We saw a bullish WASDE report from the USDA come out. Shorter ending stocks for 2011-12 and 12-13 than kind of what the trade is expecting. So it's really the funds have been driving this thing lower. They've been big sellers in this market. We've been talking about it for a long time, how net long these funds are in the soybean complex right now.
Yeah, so really a move of this size, it wasn't unexpected. It was just a matter of when.
Right, absolutely. If we turn our attention here to kind of what the wheat complex is doing, you see that July delivery, Chicago wheat up 12 here today, Kansas City wheat up 13 1/4. The wheat complex has really been supported by a number of things here recently. On Monday, we saw in the crop progress report that the quality of that Kansas City wheat crop, the good to excellent rating, was lowered 3%. That seems to be adding some support there. And also, things are very, very dry in Russia right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's some significant fire damage concerns over there that they're going to be getting some rain, but there's talk that the damage has already been done. It's irreparable.
Right.
In some words.
Certainly. Well, in 2010, when Russia was really locked in that extreme drought, we saw that was very supportive to the global wheat market in general. We saw a real rally there. So this is certainly adding some lengths here to this wheat complex, which has been trading lower here in recent weeks. That kind of wraps up our show here for Wednesday morning on GrainTV. Thanks a lot for joining us here. Have a great rest of your day.